Greetings and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just
Boom.
unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl the Appian way here with a bit of a replay for you. This is a minor settlement battle I played against gainful orcs today, and this is actually a ton of fun. I really like minor settlement battles on ultra funds. It's just with the defenders getting 90% of the 17,000 funds, it really makes for really drag out down to the wire fights. This one actually took a while, so here we go. Let's just dive right on into it. I'm playing as Ithaca here. I really wanted to go for some sneakier tactics. I brought 5 heavy sword skirmishers, a siren, a cyclops, and that archer trickster hero, as well as a pair of spear runners out on the far left, and a pair of guerrilla stalkers just kind of hiding off in the trees. But that's not all. I also brought 4 warriors of Ithaca and 4 Island Club warriors for my sneaky portion, threatening over here on the right. I make a push here in the center with my heavy sword skirmishers. I have an opportunity. I don't really capitalize on it. I think if I had pushed now and just used some heavy sword skirmishers, get their mass, and make my way down into this portion over here and then attacked right here, man, things might have ended up very differently. But I see that now. Let's go ahead and talk about the Dardanian defender, Gainful Orcs. He's brought 4 Anatolian slingers. He's also got, let's see here, what is this? 2 Dardanian defenders, 2 Dardanian chargers, and 2 fearless swordsmen. I've gotten, this is so weird, I put a Siren's Lure taunt on this Dardanian charger, and rather than go after my sirens all the way out here, they decide that I guess they're showing their appreciation for the siren by going into timeout over here. Everybody has to line up against the wall, face the wall. Something like that, anyway. The rest of this army is, let's see here, 3 Anatolian swords with 2 XP chevrons each, and 3 heavy Anatolian spearmen. The remaining of my funds, I put XP on my Island Club warriors and on the sirens. Sirens have already taken a little bit of damage because I had to get them close enough to taunt those Dardanian chargers, and I do not know why this is what happened. They are really committed to this timeout stance, and they're just... I had to record it. Now, they're going to go ahead and fall back from this position, which means that my sneaky forces, I waited too long on them. Like, again, if I had done my darndest to push this spot, I could have cut off everything that was over here and just bum rushed it with Warriors of Ithaca. And I'm sorry I didn't see it. I was a little bit too interested in trying to out-skirmish my enemy. He did bring Anatolian slingers, but, heavy sword skirmishers, what do I care? And I should care. I should care at least a little. But as you can see, I am offering them, opportunities here to engage. I've moved up my guerrilla stalkers, my spear runners out here on the left. He knows that they're out here, and he does have all of the ways to the main point covered with heavy infantry. And for the most part, I'm content to just let this continue. I'm going to use a lot of Cyclops boulders. That one was not the best one because he had just given a move order for his guys to get out of there. So, wasted boulder, but I promise you the Cyclops is going to get his day in court. He really is. So they're falling back from this checkpoint. I'm going to go ahead and push up to control it. I've already activated my club warriors, so my opponent can see those now. And at this stage, I'm just kind of thinking, all right, he's really committed to turtling up, protecting his Anatolian slingers. You can see, look at this position. He is determined to protect his Anatolian slingers. He's also brought Aeneas here on a chariot, but that's still going to be more than enough for my poor hero, which is the archer trickster hero. He's trying to get into position now so that he can use some triple shots. I'm going to use him in conjunction with the Cyclops, cause as much damage as I can to all this heavy infantry. Because there's, what is this? This is 9 heavy infantry units in the enemy army. I only brought 5 myself.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
I'm getting plenty of value out of my heavy sword skirmishers, though. As you can see here, their javelins are just raining on in here. Aeneas is going to go ahead and charge this position. Heavy sword skirmishers are outclassed here, especially with Aeneas in the area, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this in the long run. I just heard another boulder go off. I threw it over the heads of the Anatolian swords, landed right in the front rank of the Dardanian chargers. Thank you very much. Cyclops already up there, 4 kills. He's going to go ahead and fall back. As you can see, I'm almost taking some damage from the Anatolian slingers. I get my sirens up here really close this time to do the taunt on the Dardanian chargers right this time. The slingers are targeting my sirens. Of course, I'm falling back towards my island club warriors, knowing full well that the club warriors are just going to get kind of mixed in here. The Dardanian defenders pulling through the heavy sword skirmishers actually really cost me. The heavy sword skirmishers took a ton of damage. I'm going to go ahead and just have these guys charge on in here. Maybe we can get some damage done against Aeneas' chariot. He's going to flank me with the Anatolian sword, so I'll activate one of Aeneas' buffs, and that's going to, you know, encourage me to engage some of my guys out here, which are now getting shot at by slingers because they're not actually hidden in the tall grass. You can see here I've had to hold down spacebar. There's the Dardanian defenders, they really don't know what to do. They are still trying to get to the sirens, but I'm glad to just mob them up with all of my island club warriors, and I'm going to get a warrior of Ithaca out there soon. Very, very soon. The warriors of Ithaca are moving into place now. Meanwhile, Cyclops still out here, 13 kills now. I've been hammering away at this Dardanian charger. The hero is doing similar work as well. I'm perfectly content with how things are going. I'm moving my Guerrilla Stalkers up. I'm moving my Spear Runners even further out to the right. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the Javelins off the Dardanian defenders. No problem. I've lost this engagement with the Anatolian Swords and Aeneas versus Heavy Sword Skirmishers. But I have Guerrilla Stalkers out here now, and I've targeted Aeneas because I'm thinking I can use those Javelins, break up Aeneas' chariot, and then it's going to be an even easier fight for me to deal with Aeneas. I mob them up with the Island Club Warriors. Let's get this really slowed down. These Dardanian defenders, they're still losing this engagement, but they'll turn it around eventually in the long run because it is a heavy infantry. That is really what they do. Aeneas here is eating so many javelins, and there he goes. His chariot pops. He's going to waver. Actually, he might even break here. I didn't realize he was that close to running. He's activated his healing abilities. He's just like desperate to get Aeneas out of here. He's doing a pretty good job, though, of keeping him alive. My Guerrilla Stalkers, though, earning their keep here with this guy for sure. Anatolian Swords are coming in here. I'm not as intimidated by them. I've got the Island Club Warriors out here, Heavy Sword Skirmishers of my own. And then we do have the Island Club Warriors going to work over here. Sirens opening fire now, trying to support this. As you can see, Island Club Warriors are definitely losing. Here comes the Warriors of Ithaca. Those Dardanian defenders are so spread out here. My Warriors of Ithaca, they don't actually know which part to throw their javelins at, but that's going to clean that up. I've isolated that as planned, taken care of it. But I think I definitely took way too many casualties for that job. The Island Club Warriors really hurt now. We do have Anatolian Swords now into this blob. I'm going to go ahead and open up fire on it with my Guerrilla Stalkers. Go ahead and push them back. They're just Anatolian Swords, getting ready to kill them all. He's trying to support them with the Anatolian Slingers, and he's still got plenty of heavy infantry in reserve. Still a lot of work for me to do. Cyclops now up to 15 kills. He's fallen back with his Dardanian chargers that I was harassing. I managed to bring them down to about half their health, 52 entities in the unit. Dardanian defender out here is shattered. Guerrilla Stalkers are now in place to put some punishment on this Dardanian defender. They do get their missile block chance from their shields, but I'm okay with this for now. These Guerrilla Stalkers really do a ton of damage. Cyclops, 21 kills. I did go ahead and just chuck a boulder into these Anatolian Swords anyway, I suppose. But I'm moving my hero up because I still want to put pressure and damage onto some of these heavy infantry. I feel like the Anatolian Swords are mostly just a waste of my ammo and resources. Look at this Anatolian Sword. Just completely gone now. Guerrilla Stalker still has some ammo left. My opponent's doing a really good job of protecting his units. He's falling back where he can. He's got Aeneas back here, back to full health, full stamina. Activate another triple shot. I'm going to arc it in over top of this building, right on top of these two overlapped units of Dardanian chargers. And I'm just going to continue to use my my ranged advantage here with my Cyclops. Threw a boulder there. That was intended for the Dardanian defenders. Don't know if it hit very much. I'm up to 32 kills now with the Cyclops. He's still very healthy. Archer Trickster hero. I think I've got another triple shot opportunity here. Nope, that was just a regular shot. I need to fall back with them both. I think I was a little bit too late on the orders with both of them. But here comes the Javelins from the Heavy Sword Skirmishers. My archer here just absolutely obliterates a whole rank right before they get into combat, and then I'm going to go ahead and fall back. I'm not intimidated by the heavy Anatolian spearmen. My archer trickster here will get out of here, but this is a very good point to mention that his speed is already down to 28 because his stamina is so low from all of the arrows he's been shooting. Moving into heavy sword skirmishers now, punishing these heavy Anatolian spears, absolutely punishing them. Got a huge push up here in the middle, using the Spear Runners in conjunction with a pair of Warriors of Ithaca, some units that I hadn't really gotten engaged yet. Aeneas is going to get in here to support his Dardanian Defenders and Heavy Anatolian Spearmen. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start moving Guerrilla Stalkers around to a flank. I'm actually planning to put them out here, but I think it probably would have been better just to use those Javelins right away into this blob. And I've got some units back here that have regrouped. He activates the Aristea on Aeneas. They're still doing just fine. Those Heavy Anatolian spears, they got absolutely trounced. The Anatolian swords are still in here. I'm moving up the Cyclops. I'm hoping I can use the Cyclops to throw a boulder into this. So I'm getting him really deep into the engagement here. I'm just going to let him plow right through all of these Anatolian swords like nobody's business. Pick up a boulder right next to the knocked over Anatolian swords. Chuck it over that roof, and then boom. A perfect throw. I was so satisfied with that. 50 kills for the Cyclops, who's now behind those Anatolian swords, and that's when the Anatolian swords realize, no, we've had enough of this. There go the Dardanian Chargers. They're falling back. They're taking, looks like they're taking a morale penalty from something. Oh, there's no way that they're close enough. Oh, they tried, though. My Guerrilla Stalkers got so close to them. They did throw a volley, but they got too close to the engagement. I now need to fall back from them because they're in way too much danger from the Anatolian Slingers. Guerrilla Stalkers are a Javelin unit that do not carry shields. So they're actually in a bit of trouble right here, and they're being chased by Anatolian Swords. The Guerrilla Stalkers are a really good melee unit. They could beat that, but I didn't want to stay where those Slingers could shoot me. Those Slingers have 180 range, so I've got to keep falling back. I'm trying to get a Spear Runner out of this position so that I can attack the Anatolian Swords, pin them, get my Guerrilla Stalkers away. These guys are all regrouped now, all refreshed, so they can get back into the fight, but there's now a huge heavy infantry investment over here on my right side as I've tried to push up with my heavy sword skirmishers and Warriors of Ithaca. Boulder lands right in the middle of this nonsense. My Archer Trickster hero doesn't have a shot anymore because everybody's so kind of bundled up here. And my Cyclops, I'm trying to use his boulders smart, right? Like, I want to hit targets like this Fearless Swordsman. That's very, like these two Fearless Swordsmen. Very healthy units. My opponent's done a very good job of keeping units in reserve in this engagement. Dardania is a very good faction to defend with when you have, when you're down 10% in funds because of things like their numbers that they can just field en masse. I've got a Shattered Anatolian Sword out here. That's what I mean with those boulders, by the way. Get them up here, chucking them across the battlefield, get them into the Fearless Swords, into the Dardanian Defenders. Cyclops, 66 kills. My hero with 113. Aeneas, though, with 152 kills, is being an anti-infantry machine. That little John Cena lad. There he is, right there. Yeah. He's just going to town on my Warriors of Ithaca. The Warriors of Ithaca will also go to town on him if given the opportunity, but and we've taken out thousands of his hit points at this stage. 153 kills and counting. Cyclops is going to barrel on into this engagement. He's going to get himself involved, throw around his big old club, and here comes Javelins from the Fearless Swords right on top of all my troops. I got my Warriors of Ithaca now into this morass of men. And it's looking interesting. I did manage to get Guerrilla Stalkers all the way out here onto the right flank, and I'm going to use them from this sniping position. Throw some Javelins in here. That quickly breaks this Dardanian Defender. It means I'm now in a position to go after this Fearless Swordsman. I'm mostly ignoring Aeneas, who's gone out of control himself. I activated the Siren's Lure on him, but he just stays in the fight. He goes berserk. He doesn't actually get lured. He just kind of stands here. Siren's Lure in this battle was doing things I hadn't seen yet. This time it was get Aeneas stuck while my Warriors of Ithaca try to beat him up. That's all it was. That's all it was. So my own men rout from this battle. They're not doing so hot in the long run. The Fearless Swordsman doing just fine. I've fought my way all through all of this. I get a triple shot off with my Aristeid hero. He's now a triple shot machine gun, trying to kill some Dardanian Chargers. My heavy sword skirmishers out here, though, they're still outclassed by the heavy Anatolian spearmen and the other elites, like the Dardanian Chargers they have to deal with here. My Cyclops even gets beat up by all of this because of that that's bonus versus swords and bonus versus large that the heavy Anatolian spearmen get. So he's going to fall back. I'm in trouble on this flank. My opponent realizes it. He's now charging in with some heavier stuff. I'm going to have to get fall back with my hero, try and use him to help regroup the Cyclops. Activate a triple shot right over the top of the battlefield. into that heavy Anatolian Spearman. Man, oh man, I got an Island Club Warrior or two regrouped in here, but they're no match for Dardanian Chargers and Fearless Swords. This Warrior of Ithaca, though, very healthy, very fresh. He's going to do just fine in here. Aeneas is down to about a third of his health, but he's going to escape this as well. And I went into melee with my Gorilla Stalkers into these Anatolian Slingers. They weren't having it. No, the Gorilla Stalkers really let me down, I felt, on this. They were a very good melee presence, but the Anatolian Slingers... somehow they just really, I guess it was just the numbers, they completely overwhelmed the Gorilla Stalkers. I'm not happy with that result, but it did force Aeneas to fall back and give me an opportunity here. But look at this, a fresh Fearless Swordsman is now up in here, and my Warriors of Ithaca are kind of surrounded. I'm trying to get more forces in here, more support, more engagement, but then my opponent starts falling back from this engagement. I guess so he can engage this Warrior of Ithaca. That was a little awkward. There goes another boulder from my Cyclops directly over the tops of the heads of my Warriors of Ithaca. I'm up to 115 kills now, 152 with my Archer Trickster hero. My regrouped heavy sword skirmishers are getting in here. I'm thinking it's probably too little too late for me at this stage. It's not looking good. Balance of power in my favor. But as you can see, I have a lot of things working against me right now. In particular, like, what killing power do I have left? I'm going to be relying on my Cyclops and my Archer Trickster hero for a lot of it. Big triple shot, kills a bunch of my own men, but it does do some damage to the heavy Anatolian Slingers. I'm up to 162 kills now. Cyclops is ready for his next boulder. He's charging up here. Where's his shot going to go?
You will soon hold the enemy's victory.
And then that was my trump card. I used my regrouped Gorilla Stalkers, brought them all the way into the back to start capping the point, see if I couldn't convince my opponent to run away from my forces, because my forces are about to lose. They're just straight up going to lose right now. Warriors of Ithaca, both flanks, running away. He's using an Anatolian Slinger that has no more ammo to try and flank around behind me, I think, to stop my Archer Trickster hero. I have my Cyclops up here as the lone force holding this blob in place, but that's okay by me because that means my Archer Trickster hero, he can use some triple shots, fire into this, probably not hit my own Cyclops, and his own forces are going to fire their javelins into this, probably miss my Cyclops, and shoot some of their own men. And with that, Dardanian Chargers, Heavy Anatolian Spearmen, Dardanian Defenders, all routing, triple shot activated, and look at this, another shattered unit, All that's left out here, Heavy Anatolian Spearmen. And those Gorilla Stalkers, they now have to face Anatolian Slingers again. My guys are fresh, but they're just a little bit too weak, a little bit not enough. Unfortunately, they're not going to hold this battle. They're going to go crazy. I activate the Berserker Rage on my Cyclops. I had clicked that a while ago, but it only just now went off, which is good because I need him to go after these Fearless Swordsmen, kill them for me, and as Aeneas gets in here now, and that's it. My Gorilla Stalkers are shattered. They're done. Okay, well, what do I have left? I've got some Javelins on this Warrior of Ithaca. I've got my Sirens shooting in here, trying to help me deal with this Anatolian Slinger. Got a regrouped Warrior of Ithaca over here. My Archer Trickster hero is just pretty much carving these guys up. They have 95 kills, though. They've done very well. My hero with 180. My Cyclops, I need him to put boulders into this Fearless Swordsman. So I target the ground in front of the Fearless Swords, and they run into it. Boom. A perfect throw, not aimed on the target, but going for the ground ahead of them. Then I turn the Cyclops around to help me stop this Anatolian Slinger. And I love this. My routing Gorilla Stalkers, putting their mass in the way, stopping the Anatolian Slingers from routing, giving them a battle that they think that they're winning very well, while the Cyclops just gets to beat them up, and the rest of the Anatolian Slingers are just going to waste their ammo trying to kill my Cyclops and do more damage to their own Slingers as a result. My Cyclops is having a field day right here, right now. He loves every bit of this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Anatolian Slingers. Here comes some more. The Cyclops is going to go ahead and fall back. Let the Warriors of Ithaca take this. Because I do want to try and preserve what's left of my Cyclops' health. He's up to 207 kills now. My Archer Trickster with 180. How did Aeneas doing? He's at 181 kills. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm using my my Warriors of Ithaca, continuing to chase this Anatolian Slinger. The routing Dardanian Charger is going to get in the way. I use my Archer Trickster hero now to start shooting this Fearless Swordsman. I want to kill as many of these heavy infantry units as I can. I'm going to get the Cyclops up here. I'm going to start throwing some boulders because I have infinite ammo in my attack plan. That's what this Cyclops is all about. I canceled that order. I didn't like the angle. I was afraid of it bouncing off of this hill. So I'm going to move him over to the right some, and it'll offer me an opportunity to throw boulders at this Fearless Swordsman. But I think that little feinted boulder there that I threw gave my opponent an idea. He's going to fall back all the way to this very, very back line. This is all he has left, but look what I have left. 2 Warriors of Ithaca, a Hero, a Cyclops, and a Sirens. That's it. I'm using my ammo. I have to use my ammo, and he's forcing me to come back in here to get deeper and deeper into this position, but I'm making a ton of kills with each arrow. It's very, very valuable right now. Right here, 207 kills for my Archer Trickster hero. I fire off another shot. I'm about to throw a boulder here, and he's turned around now. He's coming straight at me. He activates this Hermes' Rush, and he's charging downhill, and I realize what's going on here. I've given orders to my Archer Trickster hero to run away. I've given orders to my Cyclops to run away. My Archer Trickster hero, though, for whatever stupid reason, is holding still. Oh, because I given him an order a while ago for a triple shot, and he's completely caught out here. I was trying desperately to get him to run away, but my opponent remembered something that I kind of forgot. What's Aeneas good for? He's the second best duelist in the game. That's what he's good for. So he divine challenges my Archer Trickster hero, and I'm going, oh no! I have to get everybody up here immediately to turn everybody around, because all he has to do is kill my hero, and this battle will be over. And that's something Aeneas is good for. Even Aeneas at a 3rd health out of his chariot is more than enough to beat an Archer hero. But as you can see, I'm not going to make it easy for him. He's kind of blobbed up his forces here, even though they won't get involved in the fight. It's offered me a chance for my Cyclops to throw some boulders, but he's smart enough to put a heavy Anatolian Spearman into my Cyclops. Not good. Not good for me. I activate the Berserker Rage on my Cyclops so he doesn't break. I'm going to have my Warriors of Ithaca charge in here, grab this heavy Anatolian Spearman, and then I'm going to send this Warrior of Ithaca around the flank, get into the back of this heavy Anatolian Spearman, save my Cyclops. My hero is still getting his butt kicked. The Divine Challenge is just about over, but my hero is already broken, as you can see here. And that balance of power is really against me. I shatter that heavy Anatolian Spearman. There's still a chance. I shatter that heavy Anatolian Spearman. There's still a chance. All that's left is this Fearless Swordsman and that Aeneas, but my hero is so low on health. I only got 220 hit points left. Aeneas is still in it. My Cyclops is throwing boulders. There goes my hero. I've almost got it, though. This can't be the end. And it's the end. It's the end. 20 minutes of fighting, and it really boiled down to, oh my god. I didn't anticipate Aeneas, after going all the way into the back corner, turning around and charging my hero. And I'm like, please, hero, get away, get away, get away. But because I had given him an order to do the triple shot before I told him to go away, he just stuck with it. And it was such a good fight. I knew even in defeat I had to show that battle, because it did come all the way down to the very end. 246 kills for my Cyclops. 223 for the Trickster hero. I got the kill MVPs here, but it's Dardania. And sometimes those kills just don't cut it. Most of those kills, though, were against elite heavy infantry, though. Most of them. I knew when I picked this army that I was going to be, I was going to have some problems. I wanted to make sure I got the full 20-man stack out of it, but I knew the Spear Runners were a gamble. Island Club Warriors were a gamble. At the end of the day, my only units to earn XP are going to be the Warriors of Ithaca, the Cyclops earned 2, and the 2 Gorilla Stalkers. Hats off to my opponent, Gainful Orcs. That was a lot of fun. Let me know what you thought of that battle, okay? Ta-ta, I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.